Hey everyone, settle in. Tonight we pull back the silk curtains on the lives of Egyptian concubines, women who shared a king's bed, waited years for a single glance, and mastered the delicate arts of allure and antidotes. Before you get comfortable, if you enjoy these journeys into the past, let me know with a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments where you're listening from and what time it is there. I love imagining you all curled under blankets with tea scattered across different time zones. Now, dim your lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum. Let's begin. The sun bleeds gold over the Nile, birds chatter, the palace stirs. And just as your dream reaches its peak, likely featuring a scribe and an unreasonable abundance of figs, a servant whispers you awake with alarming cheer. You look puffy this morning. Welcome to your life as a royal concubine. You do not sleep in. The Pharaoh is a distant star. You may never feel his warmth. But you are a living ornament, a state asset, and your body belongs to the sacred ritual of perfection before breakfast. You are lifted from scratchy linen sheets, humble yet fashionable, and handed a bronze mirror. This is not kindness, it is a diagnostic. Is your complexion bright? Any rebellious eyebrow hairs? Have your lips lost their lotus bloom sheen? These questions are deadly serious. Your entire future may hinge on your face outshining the girl softly snoring beside you. Next, stretching. Not for health, for posture. A slouched spine means poor silhouette, and poor silhouettes are relegated to the maybe-never pile. For 10 minutes, you walk with a bowl of scented water balanced on your head, a smile plastered on your face. Breakfast arrives, a Spartan plate of dates, figs, a single pomegranate seed halved to encourage restraint. You eat with agonizing slowness. Nothing ruins allure like chewing. Across the room, other concubines perform the same silent, exhausting competition. Who blinks least while acknowledging no one? The servant returns, suggests a cool compress for your under eyes. Code for, you look like you've been told the Pharaoh prefers harpists. You comply. The cloth smells of lavender and raw ambition. And so your day begins, not with glory, but with an endless parade of tiny, effortful rituals designed to make you appear effortlessly divine. You haven't spoken, you haven't left the room, but you've already fought your first battle, waking up and looking like you haven't aged in the last 12 hours. Spoiler, you'll do it all again tomorrow. Bathing is not about cleanliness, it is a transformation. You are not a woman with sleep in her eyes, you are a vessel of royal potential, and that vessel must be soaked, scrubbed, polished, and anointed like a sacred relic. The chamber smells of a perfumery colliding with a citrus grove. The water is steeped with lotus, jasmine, and something called fragrance of divine intent. Two attendants approach with sponges that are both gentle and profoundly judgmental. You are scrubbed with ground natron, a salty powder that exfoliates dead skin, shame, and any lingering memory of your village life. Then, hair removal. Every strand below the eyebrows must vanish. Waxing, plucking, shaving, choose your agony. Body hair is common, undignified. You grit your teeth, remind yourself queens don't complain, they hiss politely. Oiling comes next. Rich almond oil is poured over you by someone who speaks only in compliments. You are massaged until you gleam, until you slip on the floor trying to stand. You are a human candle. Now, perfume. It is not spritzed, it is layered. A musky base, a citrus heart, a floral crown. You smell like a deity attending a fruit festival. This scent will cling to you all day. If you pass the Pharaoh and he sneezes, that is not an allergy, it is a tactical victory. Finally, you are handed a linen shift, semi-transparent of course, and reminded to sit upright so the oils settle with grace. Translation, don't ruin the shine. You are now clean, not because you were dirty, but because perfection demands it. Next, the assembly of your face. Forget inner beauty. Here, you earn favor with cheekbone symmetry and eyeliners so sharp it could be classified a weapon. You sit before a polished bronze mirror, an ancient influencer's ring light. The cosmetics attendant carries a miniature painter's kit, powdered galena, red ochre, crushed carmine beetles. You are a living fresco. First, eyeliner. Black coal is applied with the solemnity of a priest handling sacred texts. The line must be precise, not too thick, lest you look embalmed, not too thin, lest you seem a scribe's intern. It's a balance between mystery and menace. Hold still is helpful advice when a reed stick is hovering near your eyeball. One tear, one smudge, and you look weary. Weary women get reassigned to linen duty. Lip color. Red ochre mixed with animal fat. Your lips must look plump, yet humble. A real baffling instruction. Then blush, a dusting to imply youthful vitality even though you haven't slept properly since the last flood season. High-status fatigue must be masked. You may only look pensive. An ivory comb shapes your eyebrows to reflect dignity, fertility, and possibly political allegiance. No one is sure anymore. Last, perfume again. Behind the ears, on the wrists, places the Pharaoh might, in a fantasy, casually touch. You are now beautiful, polished, and potentially flammable. You glance in the mirror. You look like someone who belongs in a tomb painting, offering lotuses to a god. All you need now is a god who's hiring. Once bathed, buffed, painted, and told you're glowing, but not like yesterday, it's breakfast. The harem dining hall is a silent runway where everyone sits. Dozens of women glide to low tables with the silent menace of crocodiles. Your meal? Honeyed dates, 2 figs, a dab of yogurt, enough to maintain cheekbones, not enough to satisfy hunger. You eat with 3 fingers only. Forks are a millennium away, and gluttony is for scribes. This is where the quiet war begins. Your Cole is so bold today, someone coos, smiling with every tooth but her eyes. You thank her, mentally noting her crooked eyeliner. A younger girl mentioned she was up all night practicing harp, in case the Pharaoh was feeling musical. Translation, she thinks tonight is her night. You smile, chew slowly, and let a single fig seed rest on your lip like a declaration of war. Conversations are landmines. Gossip about who cried in the baths, who borrowed perfume, who left the astrologer's chamber looking hopeful. Everyone pretends nonchalance. No one feels it. You must not eat too fast, greedy, or too little, trying too hard. You are casual elegance with a side of strategic chewing. Breakfast ends with teeth cleaning via a chewed twig. You smile into your mirror. One more meal survived, one more war disguised as brunch. After breakfast, you enter the most exhausting phase, visibly existing in an aesthetically pleasing manner. This is performance art. You are assigned to the relaxation gallery, a curated space for looking gorgeous while being seen looking gorgeous. You lounge on cushions arranged for optimal lighting. Posture must imply nobility, fertility, and tasteful boredom. Your allowed activities are ornamental. Harp playing, encouraged. Smelling flowers wistfully, encouraged. Anything that whispers, divine but available. You might practice accidental elegance, a sandal slipping off, a thoughtful sigh about love, or your non-existent pension plan. These are micro-dramas, rehearsed to be noticed without appearing to want notice. New girls try too hard, posing with the subtlety of a temple gong. They are met with polite smiles and immediate whispers. You, however, are experienced. The trick isn't to look like you're trying. The trick is to look effortlessly ethereal while calculating exactly the effort it requires. If a scribe passes, and word later reaches the Pharaoh that the third girl on the left had an air of mystique, congratulations, you've spent 2 hours doing nothing beautifully. And in this palace, that's not laziness, it's strategy. After elegantly existing, it's time for Concubine School. The curriculum? Be interesting enough to hold a king's attention for 6 minutes without suggesting women can be clever. Today's lessons: harp tuning, poetry